Sawubona, Dumelang, hello and welcome. At Wits Business Consultancy, we strive to be the leading business management consultants in Africa. Over the next 5 years, we plan on growing our footprint into this continent. To achieve this, we need to ensure that as leaders, we constantly scan our environments to ensure that the rate at which we learn and grow is aligned to the changes that we find in this external environment. The video that you are watching takes you through the process in which a performance conversation ought to be conducted. I urge you to pay close attention and to use this opportunity to learn from and with each other. Performance conversations is a business imperative. It is a tool that we will use to help us achieve our strategic objectives as an organization. I thank you and ask that we keep this conversation going.
Let us now have a look at the differences between performance management versus performance conversations. Performance management is the process through which the performance of individuals in a business is defined, managed, reported, and sanctioned. Performance conversations refer to the manner in which we convey performance feedback to our employees. It forms part of the performance management process and can be an effective tool to enhance employees' behavior. Unlike performance reviews, performance conversations should be conducted on a more frequent basis. This is done to ensure that issues can be raised and addressed immediately. Two-way communication is important as it engages the employee and therefore increasing commitment levels. It is not about telling and directing, but rather about collaborating and listening. Positive reinforcement and boosting of morale is necessary in order to promote our employees' efficiency and productivity. As managers, you need to focus on the task or the problem at hand rather than attacking the individual. Play the ball and not the person. Criticisms need to be constructive. In concluding the performance conversation, be sure to agree on specific written goals and set a future date to review progress. Let us now have a look at performance conversations in practice.
Hey Slimko. Sorry mate, I was just wondering, could I have a quick chat with you?
Actually, I was on my way home, but I guess we can chat.
Okay, great. It's not really important, or just take a minute.
Okay, do you want to go to the boardroom?
No, it's fine. Can we do it in your car? Do you mind?
That's okay, yeah. I guess it's okay.
Okay, thanks. Hey Slimko.
Hi.
I just basically wanted to know if you feel like you're wasting your time during our task force meetings.
No, I think they're important.
Okay, because I was worried that you sort of maybe more concentrated on your daily jobs or something rather than actually focusing on what's being said in the meetings.
No. I hope I'm not giving you that impression that I'm not fully committed. I am. I really enjoy the work and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
I was just thinking maybe there's some way you can participate more informally.
Sounds like you want me off the work and you don't want me to be part of it. Why?
No, that's not it. I just wanted to check that it's what you really want to do.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, yeah, that was it really. The only other thing I want to talk about is actually your smoking at work. I really feel that it's affecting you and the team members, and I think it might even affect your performance appraisal.
But I always do my work, even though I smoke.
Yeah, I guess you do your work, but you know, if possible, I'd really rather you just stop. Okay, that's it. Thanks, man.
So, what did the manager do wrong? Well, almost everything. As you can see from the scenario, the setting was completely not right. The car park is not an appropriate place to conduct performance conversations, especially when the employee is on their way home. Although both parties were talking, there was no real effective two-way communication. The manager and the employee were both inadequately prepared. The employee wasn't addressed immediately when the problem occurred. It was never clarified to the employee that this was a performance conversation. No goals or next steps or feedback were offered. Having said this, let us now look at how an effective performance conversation should be conducted.
Hey, Steph.
Hey,
was just down at the canteen. I thought you could do with a cup of coffee.
Oh man, thanks for that, man.
I was also wondering, how's your wife doing? I know she's quite far along now.
Next week she's taking leave.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Are you actually off next week?
Yes, I was planning to take leave after the due date. But no, listen, don't worry. The team is pretty established. We've got a plan in place. And I spoke to IT, so I'll have a remote connection and be able to keep track of the project entirely.
Okay, great. No, I'm glad you spoke to your team and you've got all that stuff under control.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried that I wasn't quite aware of your leave until now. So I think in the future, we'll just make sure that we communicate that a little bit better.
The team is well established. We've got a plan. We're actually ahead of schedule.
Okay.
And we've made all our milestones, so it shouldn't be a problem at all.
Okay, no, that's fantastic. I've got faith that you'll get it done. There was also one more thing I wanted to chat to you about. I was wondering if you maybe want to join us on our weekly managers meeting. I think it'll help you get more perspective about what's happening in the business and help us make sure we're on the same page so things like this don't happen again.
That sounds like a great idea. Thanks.
Yeah. Great, that's fantastic. Thanks, I appreciate it.
And thanks again for the coffee.
No problem. Cheers.
Later.
As you can see from this scenario, the performance conversation was planned. It was in a conducive environment where two-way communication took place. The employee was given due praise and feedback.
I'm on top of the world.